The scene tonight opens with Edwin sitting at the same back corner table in Desperate Dan's, the Ambrosia district. He has his hood up tonight as he sits in the back corner. His shaded eyes sitting behind his monitor. He's going over a couple old notes from his psychology classes, New Serum U. He flips between that and an open media player, scanning through songs that he still has saved to his hard drive, and checking an email. He sees one from his sister. It's been a couple nights since he's been within the city proper. It took him one to get out that far, it took him two to get back. He wasn't sure exactly what he heard. He doesn't even know if what he heard was unusual. Mostly, at this point, he disregards it as traffic, possibly echoing sounds of late night farm work, machines out in the fields. Could be anything, he's not sure. Though he hasn't given up, he just cannot be certain. He needs more data. He begins typing these things down on a blank notepad that he's titled Special, in parentheses, Investigations. He makes note of the sounds, the coyote that he ran into. He makes notes of the sounds he heard, the sounds he made, tries to describe them as best he can, and then goes back to his email. He opens a reply. Even after 2 days, at this point, he doesn't feel that same anger, except when he looks at this email, when he thinks back. Because every little thing, any little thing could be a reminder. The hurt that caused him to lash out that night comes back as if a giant splinter or thorn right through his chest, sticking out, protruding, mocking him almost. The pain in his foot, in his hand, has gone away now, healed by the blood. Even thinking that seems ridiculous to him. He has witnessed some things, experienced some things, to be sure. He lives with the reminder every night within the two orbs in his face. He still can't help but think that all these supernatural things are. He drops the thought. Technically, he should be dead. If others had their way, his father would never know. His sister would never know. He would just be gone. He types a reply to Jess. Hey, sis. I leaves an ellipses. I didn't mean, comma, backspace. I'm sorry I got angry with you a couple nights ago, 2 nights ago. I'm sorry that I tackled you to the ground. Sorry I tried to hurt you. I didn't want to risk losing you again. Especially not in a more permanent way. Just want to protect you. It's the least I could do. Anyway. Period before anyway. He goes back. Anyway, comma. I wanted to tell you that I'm sorry. But also that it's not right for you to always go to extremes. It's like these notes I came across from my psychology classes. Took what, 2 or 3? 3. I needed some. I needed units to fill in. Anyway, that's besides the point. Best use of anger is to find something positive to direct it towards. I was quoted in a research journal or monthly journal I read at the time. I've been trying to really reflect on that and try to adapt it to myself. I think it would help you as well. Period. Chat with you later, Jesse. Edwin. He sends the email. He logs out and closes it. Cycles back through the music that he was listening to. He actually forgot that he had some old 1940s jazz in his collection. He sits back, adjusts his glasses again and takes a look down at his monitor. He makes a couple more notes on that little notepad. Then he closes it, checks his VPN settings, goes back to the document and closes it. He puts it within a briefcase, and on the briefcase, he tosses a couple other documents in a folder. The folder itself, he locks with an encryption, stuffs it in the briefcase, and puts the equivalent, a combination on it. Heavily encrypted, 128-bit. These numbers, these systems, these technical specifications are under his head. He smiles. And in that moment, he's thinking about only the things he loves as the music filters into his ears. His work, his family, his real family. Though they are kept apart or divided through circumstances beyond everyone's control, they are still within his heart and his mind every night. And even though they are divided, he still believes in family. There's a moment still after that thought that he swears he can feel his heart beat once again as he takes a breath in and releases it out. Picks up his cup of coffee, and he takes the best sip with no taste of ash.